Buenos Aires, Argentina. Dancing, sort of. Food, I think. Culture, allegedly. Total Wipeout, definitely. For 20 more curious Brits, including a hairdresser, a jockey and 2 Oxbridge graduates, it's the adventure holiday from hell. 19 will fall by the wayside. 1 will remain standing proudly on the wayside. Whatever a wayside is. So, without further ado, let's start Total Wipeouting.
Hello!
Aha, me hearties. Yes, it's that time of year again. That's right, Britain. Today's show is the Total Wipeout Annual Pirates Special. What makes it a pirate special? Well, let's find out. Shiver me timbers. Avast ye, it's the Qualifier. Batten down the hatches for Crash Mantle. There'll be shark bait on Dizzy Dummies. Finally, the Wipeout Zone. A quick visit to the poop deck. What do you mean you couldn't get any pirates to do it? Well, I know loads of them. Oh, well, let's get down to the course where Amanda Byram is waiting to meet the first land-lubbing, non-pirate contestant. This is 48-year-old cat fanatic Bonnie from Luton. Did I mention she likes cats?
Bonnie, nice T-shirt. Who's that handsome devil?
Baby Jasper, who's the only one who loves me at home, who's supporting me properly. He's going to be at television when I'm doing it.
Yeah, or coughing up a hairball in your plant pot. Either way, Catwoman Bonnie is off and heading for today's first new obstacle.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Well, Tom Jones, I'll tell you what's new, and who are you calling pussycat, fella? This is the catwalk sweeper. 1 narrow walkway and 3 rotating steel rods, programmed to knock the contestants clean off their feet. So, just what powers those terrifying sweeper arms? Well, it's the very latest cutting-edge Argentinian nanotechnology. Time to see how Catwoman Bonnie fares. Oh, me? Ouch! It's tricky. We've learnt that. Jasper, if you're watching, maybe you should look away now. But if you are coughing up a furball, as you were. It's a short swim for Bonnie now before another attempt at the catwalk sweeper. Here she goes. Come on, Bonnie. Come on. Not even close. Not even close. Yeah, that is 2 of her 9 lives lost. Actually, cats don't like water much, you can tell. The sucker punch wall now for Catwoman Bonnie. The RSPCA would surely frown upon this, but we actively encourage it. Come on, Bonnie. Yeah, oh, look at this feline agility. Yeah, oh, sorry, Bonnie, jinxed that for you. She did land on her feet. Dumped right in the cat litter there. It's not really cat litter, obviously. It's worse. It's big balls time now. Bonnie is a qualified trampoline coach. Remember, always use a qualified trampoline coach, not one of those awful amateur ones. It should help her, though, maybe provide her with some encouragement, but the motivator will see to it if she doesn't get a move on. Go on. Yeah. She's... Yeah, that is a catastrophe. Sorry. Bonnie never really got her claws into those balls and ended up with another dunking. So there's more swimming for Bonnie now, over to the final obstacle, and it's another new one. And by new one, I mean it's kind of an old one with a new bit bolted on. Basically, the cradles of doom got doomed. So Eduardo was sent in to fix the job with a piece of aluminium and a couple of wing nuts. And what he's come up with is this very impressively named, if nothing else, Zippity-Doo-Dah. You see? That's the zip. And there's the doodah. Competitors must get across it. Simple as that. Right, we've seen how it works. Let's get on with it. Let's see how Bonnie does. Okay, there she goes. Come on, Bonnie. You can do this. It's all in the timing. Agility, stamina, balance and accuracy. Let go now. Let go. Let go. Yeah, it was Bonnie's timing that let her down there, along with her agility, stamina, judgment, accuracy, and balance. Yet another swim for Catwoman Bonnie, and she finishes the course in 5 minutes 41. She looks like she could do with a little cat nap.
The cat will be looking at that telly and saying, "Come on, Mum, you've done it."
I'm the man.
Yes, he certainly is a man. He's 44-year-old John from Surrey, and he's... I don't know, constipated? John's a retail warehouse manager, and he also manages a football team. So let's see how he tackles a catwalk sweeper. Oh. Time for Big John versus the big balls. Yes, looking fresh. There he goes. And the big balls win, hands down. It looks like his big, bad knees buckled. Final obstacle now, the zippity-doo-dah.
Big John.
Yeah, there it is.
Big John.
Well, big swing. Oh! Big bad fall.
Big Bad John.
So John finishes the course in a big bad time of 4 minutes 24.
Oh, glory.
Indeed. Who's next? Oh, hello. She's scary. Meet 25-year-old fluorescent tax accountant, Claire. She glows in the dark. Brilliant. Useful.
Are you fit enough today, Claire?
I am so fit you would not believe. I've run marathons, I've done hell down south, I go to the gym 5 times a week. Check this out!
Good luck.
Woohoo!
Well, she's bright.
Woohoo! I am Claire, a tax accountant, but this course is not going to be taxing because I've got it calculated!
Yeah. And that's why you never take fashion advice from your tax accountant. Right there. Okay, she's off. Where's she gone? Where's she? Oh, no, there she is. Look, yeah, you can see her. Oh, I felt that. Well, she really felt it, but she's still on. Off. Yeah, the sweepers knocked Claire and her headband right off. Who'd have thought that tax accountants could be so entertaining? They don't all do this, obviously.
Woohoo! Come on, baby!
And lad. Sucker punch now. Oh, she is taking some punches, but Claire is doing well. And she's across.
Nothing quite as wonderful as money. There is nothing quite as beautiful as cash. Some people say it's folly, but I'd rather have the lolly. With money you can make a splash.
A star for effort. Final obstacle for Claire now.
Come on! Woo!
Does this girl's enthusiasm have no bounds? Onto the zip and into the doodah. Nicely done. Calculating the final jump now. Yes! Claire's the first person to beat the zippity-doodah today. And in 1 minute 49, she clocks the quickest time of the day so far.
Woo! Yeah! Have some of that! Success is everything, failure is nothing. Woo!
Fantastic performance. Do you think you've done well enough to get through to Crush Mountain?
I hope so. If I haven't, I'll be devastated. Woo! Call me if you want me to do your tax.
Hello, yes, I'd love you to do my tax. Are you used to working with celebrity clients? Crikey. Ken Dodd and Lester Piggott. OK, do you know what? I'll give it a miss. Thank you. Now, Total Wipeout sometimes offers contestants the chance to settle old scores, and there is no score greater than that of the two ancient rivals, Oxford and Cambridge, in their annual boat race. Traditionally held on the Thames, it now crosses the pond to Argentina for the first time ever. And the last. Let's meet the rivals. Representing Oxford, it's 23-year-old law graduate Laura.
It's Oxford versus Cambridge. Let's see who wins today. It's going to be Oxford. Yay!
That was so well enunciated. And from Cambridge, it's 21-year-old medical student Sophie.
Hi, I'm Sophie and I'm a Cambridge graduate. I speak 3 languages and I'm training to be a doctor. If this course thinks it can outwit me, it can think again.
They're poised for action, so let's get the race underway. It's time for the inaugural Total Wipeout varsity match. Always wanted to do this. Straw boater, check. Old-fashioned microphone prop, check. Correct pronunciation, check. Let's ballywell get started, shall we?
Are you ready? Go, they're off. Both perfectly clean starts, both rowing extremely well and very smoothly. There's been great talk for a long time of Oxford being the better crew, the faster crew. Cambridge looks sitting up looking rather more perky and rather brighter.
Excuse me. Oxford's moving along rather nicely. Oh, but Cambridge have barely left Putney Bridge and are already in the water. Cambridge really have to get a wriggle on now, as Oxford have already reached the mile post, otherwise known as the Sucker Punch Wall. Oxford's coping admirably with these adverse conditions. Cambridge still dallying behind. Oh, Oxford have hit a mud bank. Round about the Hammersmith Bridge now, and Oxford have a commanding lead. Cambridge have steadied their boat. Oh, but capsized again. Oxford have reached the big red balls. But both crews are now in the water. This boat race is turning into a farce. Well, it would. It's Total Wipeout. Oxford have the finish line at Chiswick Bridge in sight now. But they seem to be rowing backwards. That's a first. Cambridge now on the big red balls. I do love the boat race, but how come it's always the same two teams in the final? And it's all over. Oxford Laura powers to victory in a spiffing time of 2 minutes and 3 seconds, beating Cambridge Sophie by over 30 lengths. And that concludes this year's Varsity Challenge. Jolly well done to everybody, and God bless the King. Ow! Yeah, I knew there were a lot of Jacksons, but who's this? Tito, Jermaine, Janet?
I'm not here for a suntan, I'm here to win 10 grand. I'm a Jamaican boy from Dundee. Number one, I'm aiming to be. Total Wipeout Musman crew, just wait and see.
Oh! That just made my eyes water. So will 44-year-old Troy from Dundee give us a thriller, or will he just be bad? He's dodged the first sweeper. Impressive so far. Oh, ho, ho. Yes, he's okay. He's all right. Wow, he can really fly. Look at that. Onto the sucker punch now. Here we go. No, he wasn't hit by a smooth criminal. It was a pneumatic boxing glove. But he is off the wall. Somebody stop me. Big balls now. Here we go. Right. 1, 2, kind of 3. Oh! Troy moves more like a giant caterpillar than the king of pop. Great effort, though. Not enough to make it, and not enough to avoid a swim. So, this is it for Troy. One final obstacle. Here he goes. All in the timing. He should be good. Great zip. Good landing. One final leap now for an incredible time. Pressure's mounting. And he's made it! In 1 minute 21, and that now makes Troy the fastest of the day so far.
That was hard. Hee-hee. Shamo.
Go get your chamon back. Well done. That was fantastic. See you later. Oh!
Time to look at the first leaderboard, where LaTroya Jackson's in first place, Tax Sinclair's second, Oxford Laura's third, Cambridge Sophie's fourth, Big John's fifth, and Catwoman Bonnie is in sixth place. Now, this next bunch of competitors all share something in common. Can you guess what it is yet? Well, 35-year-old Colm from Belfast is a gorilla-agram. Then there's 22-year-old Rach from Cannock, and she's, she's a jockey. Of course she is. Yeah. Finally, it's 32-year-old Tony from Bournemouth. Now, this one is easy. He's a snail farmer. See?
I'm small, I'm blunt, I ride a horse. Watch me gallop round this course.
I'm Total Wipeout's #1! I'm a lean, mean snail farming machine. So watch me, Escar, go!
OK, this is just weird. Let's see if these three can use their animal instincts on the qualifier. The snail farmer's off.
He matches the qualifier.
Chatting to the What a neat achievement it would be.
And Tony's Escar gone.
Tony!
Ryder Rach now. Oh! Tiny jockey Rach has fallen at the first fence.
Need a telescope to see her.
Yeah, the odds were stacked against her. Gorillagram Colm is having a go now. Yeah. Oh, disappointing first jump by the primate. Okay, then, remember? Primate Colm to the sucker punch wall now. She's really not quite right, is she? Come on, Colm. Come on. Oh, shame. That was a stopper. Get that woman some medication quick and get her in the shade. So let's see if Tony's snail farming skills are transferable onto the big balls. Well, no, of course they're not. This bit's in slow motion so Tony's snails can watch. Look at him go. Ryder Rach gallops up the slope now. Jumps. Oh. And slides gracefully into the water. My mate, Primate Colm, just needs to think of those big balls as big tyre swings now. Oh, the motivator's off. Get a move on. Colm is safely onto the first ball. Ooh. And the second.
Come on, Belfast!
Effortless stuff so far. Onto the third now. The gorilla skills are working. They are working. And the fourth! He's done it! Incredible stuff from the monkey man. My mate, Primate Colm, can do no wrong. Yeah. Oh, there goes that Hammond jinx again. I'm sorry, Colm. I shouldn't have said that about not doing any wrong. Ryder Rach on the zippity-doo-dah now. She zips. And slips. Just the snail farmer to go now. Oh, Tony's onto the doo-dah. Just one big jump. And he's done it. Snailman Tony finishes in a completely unsnail-like time of 1 minute 57. Ball crossing Primate Colm comes home in 2 minutes 17, whilst Ryder Rach trots home behind them in 2 minutes 22. So, who's next?
I'm Wonder Nick and I'm here to kick your big red ball!
Okay, well, Nick, if I were you, I'd just aim to jump across them sequentially, like Colm did. Go for that. Yeah. Okay. 29-year-old Nick is on a sabbatical, which is like playing truant, but for grown-ups. Ooh, keeping low. But she's hit. Keeps her balance, though. Very nimble so far. Time to put Nick to the test now. Can she put her money where her mouth is and kick the big red balls? Ooh, second ball. She's doing well so far. Finding her balance now. Oh! Hang on a second, they're playing the success music. She's going to do this, isn't she? We can't have 2 ball crossers today. Surely not. Onto the fourth now. Yes, this is... Nick is across. Remarkably and true to her word, Nick has kicked the big red balls. She's well and truly walloped them. Those balls don't know what just hit them. They had no idea what was awaiting them. And, oh, hang on. Oh, what an anticlimax. Let's just pretend that last bit didn't happen. Just gloss over it. This is more like it. There, you see? She just needs to make this final jump. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. And she's done it. She's done it. Ball kick Nick finishes the job in a very speedy 1 minute 56. Time to meet the wonder that is the next contestant. Yes, it's hairdresser Ed from Essex, who claims to be very flexible. Oh yeah, very bendy. Careful, Ed, if the wind changes, you'll stay like that. He might be supple, but he really obviously can't dance.
All those Essex hairdressers love pace and hair grace.
If this guy crosses the balls, I'll eat my hat. I'm not just saying that, I will actually eat it. Mind you, he's pretty good on the sucker punch, look. And he's cleared it. On to the balls now. Will Ed's flexibility help him across or just help his fall look sillier? 1, 2, 3, wow! Oh. Surely not. He's on to the fourth, building up some momentum now. Ed Scissorhands finishes the course in 1 minute 20 seconds, the fastest time today, and he is justifiably happy. Although he still can't dance. Meet 23-year-old Becky from West Yorkshire. That's what yawning really quickly sounds like. It says here that Becky is a rainbow leader. Not a clue.
Ready or not, here I come!
Is she a leader of rainbows? I don't know. Let's join Becky on the sucker punch. Ooh, she may be good at this, but will she beat the big balls today? No. More chance of being struck by lightning. Right, she's onto the big balls ramp. That's 1, 2... What is... No! Woo! All right, yeah, I know what's coming. I'm going to get struck by lightning. Ha ha. Come on. No. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, Becky is out. Yeah, clever, very clever, and so predictable. Thank you. Becky's on the zippity-doo-dah now. Do you remember when you used to laugh at people falling off the balls? Oh, those are the days. Everybody does it now. Bone Dry Becky completes the course in 1 minute 18 seconds, making her the fastest, driest person across the course today. In fact, she's the fastest woman ever to tackle the new qualifier. Unbelievable. Now, this guy looks impressive. Look at that. He could kill a man with his thumb.
I'm joined now at the top of the qualifier by Jay from Hertfordshire. How are you spelling that?
Jay.
That's an easy one to remember, isn't it?
Yes, very much.
So, are you excited about the course today, Jay? Is there anything that you're particularly looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the big bulls. They are my destiny. I must try and get past them.
OK, this time my money's on him. He's definitely going to cross the balls. It's his destiny, and you can't mess with that. So off he goes. The catwalk sweeper is his first enemy. Ooh, Jay has narrowly avoided being knocked off and does a good job of regaining balance. Oh!
Hang on long enough, you come back round.
He didn't say that was his destiny, did he?
Come on, everybody! Come on in! Bobby's gonna show you how to do the swim!
This may be a slow swim, but at least he's not getting his face wet. And that's important. Look at that. Dry face in the water. OK, on to the big balls now. Here we go again. Get ready for Jay to meet his ball-crossing destiny. Oh, the motivator is activated, but he lands on the first ball. Yeah, this one's in the bag. Come on, destiny awaits. There. Oh. Jay's destiny may lay in tatters, but at least the big balls are back with a vengeance. Nice to have you back, fellas. Yeah. Time for some of that spectacular swimming action again. Genuinely never seen anything like it. He does it with his eyes closed. Finally, Jay finishes the course in 5 minutes 59.
Over here!
Sadly, that's the slowest time of the day so far.
Jay!
He's not ignoring you, Amanda. He's obviously just a little bit overwhelmed. How does all of that affect the leaderboard? Bone Dry Becky's in first place, ahead of Ed Scissorhands and LaTroya Jackson. Tax Sinclair's 4th, Snailman Tony's 6th, My Mate Primate Colm and Ryder Rach are 8th and 9th. With Cambridge Sophie in 10th, and Catwoman Bonnie clings onto that 12th place. Apparently, some people do believe that the Total Wipeout course favours taller contestants. In fact, it has been accused of being shortest. I would like to refute this. I've no idea what refuting is, but I'd like to do it and do it now. The next 3 competitors are all very tall. So let's test the tall theory once and for all. Release the giants. At 6'2", Paul's not small. His head's in the clouds. Literally, he's an air traffic controller. Esther's friends call her Amazon, which is great because I don't have to think of a nickname for her. And this is rugby-playing Gavin from Plymouth. He's the tallest of our giants at a massive 6'6".
I'm the flying Scotsman, and I'm clear for takeoff!
I'm a big, strong girl. I'm going to show you how it's done.
Big man! Small course!
Timid shout-out. Okay.
He is massive.
Amanda passes the eye test there.
That's what my mama told me when
No, it's not actually a diving board.
Tidal wave.
son, be a proud man.
Amazonian Esther makes the most of her long legs. Oh, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Not small Paul's next to have a go. Ooh, right in the kneecap and the face. 6 foot of chipboard versus 5'11" of woman. Ooh, and sadly the chipboard wins. Gavin is off. He's off. It's air traffic controller Paul versus the punching wall. Who will come out on top? He's very nimble for his size. Almost at the end now. Oh, and the sucker punch has knocked Paul down to size. Time for the 3 big people to take on the 4 big balls. Rugby player Gavin's not used to balls this shape. Seems like they don't like Gavin either. Headband's gone. Do you know what? I'm so glad that falling off the balls is back in fashion. I miss that.
Air traffic, but no control.
The zippity-doo-dah can just about take the strain there. But Giant Gavin can't. As they say in the movies, Esther's got long legs that just don't quit. Oh, they quit all right. Not small Paul now. That's better. No, that's worse. Oh, and that's better again. Not small Paul jumps, well, steps to the finish line in 1 minute 48. Giant Gavin stops the clock at 2 minutes 32. And Amazonian Esther reaches the summit in 3 minutes 29. Proof then that being tall isn't all it's cracked up to be. Which, of course, I knew all along. 4 contestants to go now. And this is 38-year-old Phil from Blairgowrie in Scotland, who's a former Scottish karate champion. And by the looks of things, he's had his golf club stolen.
I'm a black belt caddy, but today I'm the one getting a hole-in-one on the big red ball.
Okay, time to check out Phil's handicap. Teeing up, ready to swing. Albatross, eagle, birdie. Oh, 4. Phil's used to playing on the fairway, but this is the unfair way, and he falls right into the water hazard. Perhaps now Phil will have more empathy towards his golf balls. Phil the bogeyman finishes in 1 minute 28, which is surely enough to put him into the next round. Now it's time for something very special. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the one, the only, Muhammad Ali from Huddersfield.
Mohammed, tell me, are you as fit as your namesake?
Fitter.
So is this going to be kind of like the rumble in the Argentinian jungle?
You're damn right. You've heard of the rumble in the jungle. You've heard of the thriller in Manila. This is going to be the Pakistina in Argentina. Bring it on!
Okay, some big talk from the big man there, but can he live up to his namesake?
I flow like a butterfly, I sting like a bee. I may not be the boxer, but I'm Muhammad Ali.
And he's off. It's the catwalk sweeper first. He floats like a butterfly. Ooh, that's going to sting like a bee. Cleared the first and onto the second sweeper now. He ducks, misses it twice. Groin. Yeah, face. That's not good. He's taking some blows, but true to his namesake, Muhammad Ali is battling through.
Yes! Oh, this is it. The pressure is on.
Time for Muhammad Ali to take on the heavyweight champion of the world, weighing in at 4 tons. It's the sucker punch wall. It's the battle of the brawn, the tussle of the muscle, dirt in the mud.
Come on, Mohammed.
Weighing it up briefly and going for it. 1, 2. Great first jump, but a slip on the second ball means Muhammad Ali's out for the count. Final bout now, Muhammad Ali versus the Zippity Doodah. Now that's a sentence that could only ever make sense on Total Wipeout. Ooh, holds it together. Come on now. He's done it, and in a knockout time of 2 minutes, 12 seconds.
Whoa! It's hard to be humble when you're as great as I am. Whoa!
Big man. Last to tackle the course are sisters Sandy and Caroline, who have lots in common. For example, they're both stupid enough to sign our health and safety waiver. Let's join them both now on the Zippity Doodah. It's like looking in a mirror. Well, not in my mirror, obviously that was just weird. A mirror with them in it.
Please don't hurt me.
Oh! Sadly for Caroline, just smashing your face on the target doesn't count. You've got to land. Yeah, Sister Sandy now.
Okay. Sorry, girl.
Here we go. Yes. No. He. Oh.
Okay.
So that's 2 more things the girls have in common now. They both finished the qualifier in over 5 minutes and failed to get through to the next round. Let's take a look at who has. In first place, it's Bone Dry Becky. Ed Scissorhands is in second, and LaTroya Jackson is third. Not Small Paul is fifth. Tax Sinclair is sixth. Snailman Tony is eighth. Oxford Laura is ninth. The legendary Muhammad Ali is 10th. And Ryder Rach steals that precious 12th place. That marks the end of a legendary qualifier where 4 contestants have beaten the big balls. Bone Dry Becky sets the fastest time ever by a lady over the new course, and Oxford have notched up yet another victory over Cambridge. Remarkable stuff. Seems a shame to change the tone and look at the losers. But just for the record, here they are. It's time for the utterly terrifying Crash Mountain in the rain. This beast won't stop for the weather, but it won't stop at all since the brakes wore out. But a downpour and some added danger are welcomed here with open mechanical arms. The aim of the game remains the same. Contestants must jump from any platform onto the rotating arm, then run to the centre, avoiding the 2 sweepers as they go. Except today, it's more slippy, more skiddy and more dangerous. Much more fun to watch. In fact, when it comes to Crash Mountain, the wetter, the better. 12 competitors start, but only 5 can progress to the next round. Let's meet the 12. On podiums 1 and 2, it's Oxford Laura and Ryder Rach.
I ride racehorses for a living. This will be a doddle.
Don't quite see the connection there. On 3, it's Not Small Paul.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, Muhammad Ali. Who's he?
Paul is standing right next to you.
If Muhammad can't get to the Crash Mountain, let the Crash Mountain come to Muhammad. Whoa!
Yeah, technically that would be against the rules. On 5 and 6, it's Ball Kick Nick and LaTroya Jackson.
Let's go.
7, 8 and 9 hold my mate Primate Colm, Phil the Bogeyman and Snailman Tony.
My snails might be slow, but you just watch me go.
On podium 10, it's Ed Scissorhands.
I want to be a cut above the rest.
He's going to have hat hair after that. And finally, on 11 and 12, it's Bone Dry Becky and Tax Sinclair.
Muhammad Ali, this round is going down, buddy!
Well, just like back in the 70s, Muhammad Ali is clearly the one they all want to beat. So now, for the first time ever in Total Wipeout history, it's time for me to link from my warm, dry studio over to a wet and cold Amanda down by the course.
It's a little bit wet out here now. Not as wet as this lot are going to be in a few minutes. It's Crash Mountain. Are you all ready? Yeah! At least one of them is. 3, 2, 1.
That's a wonderful sight, isn't it? I'm talking about Amanda having to use an umbrella. OK, Troy gets things going, and Colm's in 2. Troy puts his right foot out, Colm puts his right foot in, then they put their whole selves into the water. Ed Scissorhands cuts a dash. Oh! That ends up having a hair wash. The rainwater now. This is going to be tougher than normal. Oxford Laura launches her bid. Oh! Best effort so far. Not Small Paul dives. Needs to get back up now. Or just fall in the water. Phil the bogeyman. Oh! And he's made it. Incredible. Ed's running, and he's done it too. Golf caddy Phil is first into the Crash Mountain clubhouse, while Ed Scissorhands is close behind. 2 places decided, 3 still up for grabs. Muhammad Ali now. Oh! Bix, he took a dive. Ooh, Primate Colm has another crack. Oh! And then Phil's another crack. Oops. Very funny, Amanda, yes. Not Small Paul's running. Oh! Paul succeeded in leaping the sweeper, but failed to land his tall frame on Crash Mountain. Bone Dry Becky's taking a more cautious approach. Oh! Oh! And that's her first soaking of the day. Flat jockey Ryder Rach has mounted the bridge now. She's up and running, and she's across. Very clever run. Rach befriends her enemy here by using the sweeper to climb onto the peak of Crash Mountain. Great initiative. So 3 across now and only 2 places left. Snailman Tony, Muhammad Ali, Bone Dry Becky, LaTroya Jackson, Ball Kick Nick, Not Small Paul, My Mate Primate Colm, Oxford Laura and Taxing Claire, all still battling it out. Claire suddenly bursts into action and fails. Oxford Laura now. Ooh, tantalisingly close.
Oh, Laura!
Nick now. They're throwing themselves at it out there. Colm's back for thirds, and he's hanging on. He's up, and he's down again. Colm may have beaten the balls, but he just can't conquer Crash Mountain. Not Small Paul. Oh, he's bottled it, but Muhammad doesn't, and he's done it. He's the 4th man standing. Muhammad Ali floated like a butterfly across the bridge, then jumped like a frog onto the centre. 1 spot left now. Troy wants it, and Troy gets it. The final 5 have been selected. Becky having a late go there. Either that's just for fun or she can't count up to 5. Well, it's goodbye time again. I won't say I'm sending those 7 packing. I prefer to see it as setting them free. Setting them free in the economy cabin of a no-frills aircraft where there's no food, only 1 toilet, and the only film they show is Mr. Bean's Holiday. Again.
I was touching the mountain. I was actually touching the mountain, but it just slipped between my fingers.
I had enough attempts, just didn't get it right. It's tough out there.
Oh, that was absolutely fantastic. It was over so quickly. I had 1 attempt at it and I didn't make it, but that was brilliant. I want to do it again.
I'm very disappointed. It was a lot harder than it looks. A lot harder.
I tried my best. I just didn't seem to stay on for some reason. I'm definitely leaving the competition with my head held high.
I was so close, but so far away in the end.
They're so competitive, but I'd love Mohammed to go down. He's so cocky. He needs to be taken down a peg or 2.
Ooh! Isn't it sad that those guys had to go? Actually, no, it isn't. It's just survival of the fittest. That's Charles Dickens' theory of evolution. Those losers didn't evolve fast enough to deal with standing on poles, so they became extinct, like dodos or unicorns. Back to our 5 surviving mammals who will now face their head-spinning, stomach-churning, vomit-inducing thrills of dizzy dummies. It might be in the drizzle, but Dizzy Dummies still works the same. The contestants get spun in the spinner. Although with that rain, it's more like a washing machine. Dazed, confused and extremely wet, they have to climb over the spinning goalposts. Then it's onto the wall squeeze, where they'll literally find themselves in a tight spot. It's a case of posting themselves through some odd-shaped holes. Then there's the barrel bridge, so named because it's a bridge made of barrels. And it all ends with a leap onto the finish podium. The game is run twice, and each time one contestant gets eliminated, which will eventually leave the 3 competitors facing the Wipeout Zone. Over to you, Amanda.
5 contestants with strength, speed and balance. All that's irrelevant now as they're about to take on Dizzy Dummies. Are you all ready?
No!
No means yes. 3, 2, 1.
So as the contestants lose their bearings and their loose change, let's have a reminder of who's spinning in the rain. First of all, there's him. It's the king of pop, LaToya Jackson. And there's him, the legendary Muhammad Ali.
It's hard to be humble when you're as great as I am. Whoa!
Next to him, it's her. The princess of the paddock, Ryder Rage. Then there's this bloke. Golfing guru Phil the Bogeyman. Finally, there's this guy. The Baron of Blue Rinse, the Prince of Perms, the guy with the weird dance. It's Ed Scissorhands, the hairdresser. Okay, they're off. Ed's first out of the trap and first to the floor. Now they're all at it. The rain is making it slippier than usual out there, which is good for you and me. Oops. Troy makes a break for it. He's the first through the goalposts, onto the wall squeeze for him. LaToya Jackson making history now as the first man to be squished through a recycled mangle on TV.
Come on, Troy!
The others aren't even close. Just one jump left and he's done it. He has done it!
Woo!
His shorts have got twisted. That's probably why he's adjusting them. Brilliant, speedy performance from LaToya Jackson. In a matter of seconds, he is through to the next round. But who'll be joining him? Phil and Ed are sharing a moment in the first wall. Phil makes a break for it. Ed's not far behind, but seems to be stuck in a hole. They do say telly does add £10. And Phil the Bogeyman jumps to safety. He is the second man across. Ed's finally made it through the hole. Muhammad now hot on his heels, but Eddie's through. Only one place left now. Rach making a late run for it, but Muhammad one step ahead. Rach looking determined. Muhammad is slowing down. This is going to be very close. Rach is closing in, but there's just too much ground to cover, and Muhammad is in.
Oh, Rach!
And Ryder Rach is out. The going was too wet for her, and she's not best pleased. The bookies are happy, though.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. That was just so slippy. I just couldn't get my balance on it.
And you should be proud of yourself. You got this far. Well done. Hard luck for not getting through.
Yeah, never mind.
So it's goodbye to Ryder Rach, who was the last girl in the game, which means it's a 100% manly affair from here on in. Feel the burn. 1001. Yeah. 1002. So the Dizzy Dummy starts up again, and before you worry, I can assure you that those seat belts are very tight. Shame the same can't be said for the garden twine that holds the whole thing together. Only joking, there's nothing holding it together. Okay, it's stopping and they're off on their final run. Ed does a little wobble, might have been a dance, but Troy just storms ahead again. He jumps, well, falls straight through the goalposts. Troy goes for a spin, but quickly gets back to his feet. He's first onto the barrel bridge now, and with all the rain, those things are going to be very, very slippery. Ed Scissorhands closing the gap. Here comes Phil. Oh, Phil's in, and Ed too. Troy manages to keep his grip when all around him are losing theirs. He's almost there. And he's done it again. Troy is the first man through to the Wipeout Zone final. Who will be joining him? Not Muhammad right now. Oh.
Took it in the face.
Yeah. The legendary Muhammad Ali seems to have a glass chin. Now he needs to float like a butterfly back to the start of the course. So it's between Ed Scissorhands and Phil the Bogeyman. Phil's trying to walk it. Good luck with that. Oh, he's off. Ed's turn. Ow! To do the same. All three men left to swim back to the beginning. This is going to tire them out. Mohammed's first back up onto the barrels. This time he's taking it slow. Remember, it's not a race. No, wait, no, it is. It is a race. Hurry up! He's made it onto the penultimate barrel, and the others are closing in now. Ooh. He's there. That's 2 down. 1 more to go. It's between Ed and Phil. And this is close. Ooh. In the blink of an eye, Ed Scissorhands takes a leap into the final. Let's see that again. So close. A slip-up by Phil right at the end enabled Ed Scissorhands to join Muhammad Ali and LaTroya Jackson in the Wipeout Zone, leaving Phil the Bogeyman out in the rain.
That was so unbelievably close.
That was great fun. Really good fun.
Is there not a little teeny tiny part of you that's just thinking, no?
It's time to go home. I'm just really pleased for those 3 guys.
No! No!
Thank you very much.
No!
Cheers.
So, Phil the Bogeyman joins Ryder Rach on the long, sad, disappointing journey home. Plus, their plane's been delayed. I say plane, it's an Argentinian cattle ship. I say delayed, I mean sunk. So, a clash of the titans awaits. That's if you can call a regional hospital manager, a warehouse operator, and a hairdresser titans. Time for a reminder of what makes these guys heroes.
The Wipeout Zone is designed for people like myself. It's exciting, it's difficult, and it's very testing.
I have put myself through so much since I've been here, and I am severely shocked at how well I've done to get this far.
I'm very confident, but not overly confident. Just want to get in there, show them what's done, bring home the cash.
I think it's going to be very close tonight. A Joe Fraser and the Muhammad Ali final with maybe Ricky Hatton being Ed.
I've got the fastest time in the qualifier from the 3 that are left, so I'd like to hope that that will help me and spur me on.
I'm going to do some moonwalk, and I'm going to do some and I'm going to win it.
I truly believe I've got a self-belief and a self-conviction to be the champion tonight.
Mohammed talks the talk. Let's see if he can finally walk the walk.
Muhammad Ali, I'm just going to knock him right out. King of Pop, Michael Jackson. King of Total Wipeout, Troy Stewart. Bring it on.
It's definitely time to prove that hairdressers are the real tough guys. Beauty is much better than brains.
It's going to be a knockout.
Oh, what film's that music from? No, don't tell me. It'll come to me later. Yeah. Anyway, the suspense is really building now. Muhammad, Troy and Ed are within touching distance of the title and the £10,000 prize. The atmosphere couldn't be any more tense than it is right at this moment. Rocky! It's from Rocky, isn't it? Yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Wipeout Zone. These are the challenges which await the final 3 in tonight's Wipeout Zone. Killer surf, sliding. Rapid climb, slipping. Balance beam, skimming. Crazy sweeper, sweeping. Tarzan swing, swingy. And finally, the turntable. Oh, I've run out of S words. No, wait, spinny. The person with the fastest time wins the title and the £10,000 prize. Simply. So, there are 3 contestants. There's a Wipeout Zone. There's a podium. There's a camera. There's a cameraman. And this is a stool. But enough of this in-depth behind-the-scenes information. I'll save that for the DVD. For the final time today, let's go over to Amanda, who now is looking a little bit drier. Shame.
It's the Wipeout Zone, and what a lineup we have. A man who thinks he's Michael Jackson, a man who knows he's Muhammad Ali, and Ed the hairdresser. And the first to run, is Ed the hairdresser.
Ed approaches the killer surf with a crash helmet to prevent split ends. He's off. He's in. Okay, first of all, Ed must swim to the rapid climb. Then he'll have just 10 seconds to get up it before a tidal wave is unleashed. Quick progress so far. Still climbing, and yes, he's beaten the tidal wave. Onto the balance beam now. Ed steps out tentatively, gently does it, little wobble, and he's over. Well, nothing's stopped Ed so far, but now it's crazy sweeper time. What will his strategy be? It pauses, and then he's just running for it. Hurry up, Ed, that sweeper is catching up. Move it! Oh, incredible. Ed's run is as flawless as his hair. He prepares for the Tarzan swing now. There he goes. Oh, he's in the water. That was Ed's first mistake, a quick recovery, and he can still set a difficult time to beat. Up the turntable now for Ed. Strength ebbing fast.
Come on, Ed!
That's got to hurt now. Tired. Just one leap left. And he's there. Ed Scissorhands completes the Wipeout Zone, and in a superb time of 1 minute 40 seconds. That was an almost perfect run from Ed, just the one mistake on the Tarzan swing. I thought he would have made a good Tarzan. He's certainly got the hair for it.
Ed, darling, come on out, my dear. So, how was that for you?
Oh my God, it was fabulous.
You were pretty quick tonight.
Oh, thank you. I hope so. It feels like I'm on there forever when you're doing that.
Really? Does 1 minute and 40 seconds feel like forever to you?
Oh my God, that's wicked.
I know you were slightly surprised to get here tonight, but that was a brilliant time, and you know what it means. Yours is the time to beat.
Brilliant. Okay, well, hopefully I've done enough.
All right, well, let's have a look, because Mohammed's up next.
Forget the thriller in Manila. It's time for Muhammad Ali to face the scaries in Buenos Aires. Made that up just then. Clean landing from Muhammad, and he swims to the rapid climb. Will he be able to match Ed's speed up the ramp and avoid that fearsome tidal wave? Clock starts as soon as he gets on the ramp. Here he goes. Muhammad hauls himself up, and the 10-second wave countdown starts now. Ooh, that slip won't help. Hurry up, Muhammad. Time is running out. 3, 2, 1. No! Here comes the tidal wave. Muhammad has to cling on for dear life now until this wave passes, and this is costing him a lot of time. Okay, he's back on his feet now, but can't afford to make any more mistakes. He can still set a good time. Cautiously onto the balance beam, using the wall for support. Slowly does it. But he's making his way across. He's done it, that's the balance beam cleared. Ali versus the crazy sweeper now. Off he goes. Ducks under the sweeper arm. And then just goes for it. Come on, Muhammad, come on, it's chasing you, he's done it. Unfortunately, he's already missed the cutoff on Ed's time. He doesn't know that, though, and neither does Ed. Tarzan swing now, and he's nailed it.
Oh no!
Well, Muhammad might not have won, but he's certainly given Ed a scare. And Muhammad finishes in a time of 2 minutes 4 seconds, which is good, but just not good enough today. The legendary Muhammad Ali was fighting a losing battle from the rapid climb onwards. Never expected Ali to get beaten by a hairdresser. Time for Amanda now to tell Muhammad how he's done.
How you doing, darling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
There was a lot of floating like butterflies and stinging some things out there.
Yeah. I gave my best shot, and may the best man win.
We have been wondering if you're going to be champion like your namesake, Muhammad Ali. I'm afraid not, because Ed was faster than you. Hard luck, man. You're going to have to go join the others. But Ed, you know what this means. Yours is now the time to beat. Okay, you know Troy is an absolutely fantastic contestant. How are you feeling about that?
Really, really nervous, but you never know.
Here comes the final chapter. Troy has 1 minute 40 to beat. Just beat it, you see? Oh yeah, keep him coming. Oh no, he's flipped.
Somersault.
Troy has to make his way to the rapid climb now. Takes his time.
No, get down.
But he's up now. The countdown to the tidal wave starts here. But Troy is just storming up there. Ed's looking worried, and quite rightly so. It's about neck and neck right now as Troy tackles the balance beam. He's on. Doing well so far. He's cleared it. There's nothing in it. Timing absolutely crucial now. No margin for error. Troy just waiting for the right moment. Oh! That clearly wasn't it. Troy lost his balance and the crazy sweeper just finished him off. And as the clock ticks away, Troy has lost the game. Oh! Well, now he's well and truly lost it. One last push onto the Tarzan swing for Troy now. You change your tune. A brilliant swing from Troy, that's how it's done. Oh, but what happened there? Oh no! Final jump now. And he's home in 2 minutes 45. Again, a good time. But not today. A moment of reflection now. Troy made a brilliant start, but a moment of madness on the crazy sweeper cost him the title. Time for Amanda to reveal tonight's winner.
How you doing?
Good, enjoyed it very much.
You started off particularly well. What happened on the sweeper?
I just slept.
Oh, well, listen, Troy, you've been a fantastic contestant. I can tell you right now, Ed, you wanted to be the little guy to be the two big guys, and you've done it. You are the Total Wipeout champion! Well done, hard luck, Troy.
What a superb performance from Ed Scissorhands. Oh, don't worry about him getting wet. I'm sure he packed his hairdryer. So, Essex hairdresser Ed Taylor is tonight's winner. Not only does he receive that trophy and £10,000, he also gets a great anecdote to tell his clients about what he did on his holidays. And if that wasn't enough, Ed will now go forth and be reunited in battle with Troy and Mohammed. All three have earned their place in this series' grand finale. It's coming. That looks brilliant. But in the meantime, it's business as usual. Same channel, same time. Or different channel, different time. I don't know, this might be a repeat. From Amanda and me, good night.
So you're all cozy on the sofa while Doctor Who is still surrounded by those scary weeping angels. BBC One Scotland's back in the Maze of the Dead next, and just in case we make it out of there, the 7 Dorothys ready to sing for their slippers tonight at 7:10. Details coming up.